Here are the 4 stocks to buy now in June 2025, according to a different YouTuber. What we're going to do today is we're going to evaluate these 4 stocks through our OVTLYR Nine framework to see if they fit the slingshot setup. And if not, it's a food stamps. If not, no way. That's a food stamps. But if so, I'm going to call it Lambos. So if you're ready, let's get going here. We're going to watch this video from Jeremy called 4 stocks to buy in June 2025. Now, here's the deal. I know most of my audience hates Jeremy's guts, so we're actually not going to watch the entire video. We're going to skim. We're going to skim and find the stocks that he's talking about. So first is Adobe, ADBE. So what is the OVTLYR Nine framework? Well, it's 9 itty bitty baby steps to know if a stock is set up for the slingshot setup. Now, 40% of every stocks move is due to the market. 30% of every stocks move is due to the sector. And the last 30% of a stocks move is due to the stock itself. Now, this will allow us to have a ranking, okay? We will be able to go from strong buy to strong sell on every stock using the OVTLYR 9. So if it's got 3 out of 9, that's 33%. That would put it in the weak sell category. If it has 0 out of 9, that'd be a strong sell. And so back and forth, okay? So we're going to look at Jeremy's 4 stocks, and we're going to start with Adobe and see just how good of a stock this is. Now, first, before we get into Adobe, we actually need to start looking at the market. Start looking at the market here. So we're going to look at the market trend, signal, and breadth. So let's go to the SPY. The SPY is still sitting on a sell signal here. We've had some choppiness the last couple of days, right? The choppiness does not give me confidence. The choppiness in buy and sell signals does not give me confidence. Reason being is that in Outlier, we're trying to help you have the least amount of risk possible. And we've seen a decent amount of risk start picking up here, which is why we're having a little bit of choppiness with the signals, but currently sitting on a sell signal. And the market breadth is not going to be helpful either. So sell signal here. All right, let's mark this red. Then let's go to the trend. We can see the trend is 10 over 20, price over 50, easy. With the green overlay tells us that it's moving up right now. So we know the market trend is bullish. Okay, easy. Next, breadth. Now, I mentioned a moment ago, it's not going to help us. Coming over here to market breadth, what this is measuring is how many buy signals to sell signals that we have. Looking here, only 3 sectors, 3 out of 11 sectors have bullish breadth. Now, if we go to the all stocks, so we cover 2,600 stocks, you can see right here, breadth is not doing anything. Breadth is not going anywhere, meaning we're not getting more buy signals. We're not getting more sell signals. We're just really sitting flat right here the last couple of days. I need to see a crossover on the 10 EMA of breadth. Once that crosses over, I'd be more interested. But that means the breadth is also bearish. Now, here's the deal. With 40% of the move of every stock being due to the market, even the stock that you think you're such a genius for having bought, 40% of this, 2/3 of it is bearish. 2/3 of this 40% is bearish, right? So if we do 0.66 times 0.4, 0.66 times 0.4, that means 26% of the total score of here is already bearish. 26% is already bearish, right? So no stock will be a strong buy. Absolutely no stock. We're starting at 75%, 74%, okay? No stock is going to be strong buy. That's not going to help anybody. Next, let's go to the sectors. Like I said just a moment ago, most of the sectors still have bearish breadth, but we'll have to look at the individual stocks to get these 2 numbers here. So let's go to Adobe, ADBE. All right, looking at Adobe. Adobe has a sell signal, a little bit of choppiness, a little bit of signal noise right here. It is not a bullish thing, right? A bullish thing is where you get a buy signal and it just runs. It goes from around 370 a share up to the sell signal around 412 a share, right? And if we look at the performance summary, Outlier shows 135%. 135 versus buy and hold at 20%. I think the buy and sell signals have a good track record here. Now, looking at this, we can see the fear and greed of the sector, the fear and greed of the tech sector is actually getting less greedy, more fearful. The breadth of the sector is the green line right here, and it's crossed under. The green line has crossed under the yellow line. The yellow line is the 10 EMA. That's what I'm looking for a crossover. It's crossed under right now. Now, these green and red overlays back here are these green and red overlays for the sector, right? So you can see less and less stocks are showing bullish trends and more stocks in the sector are showing bearish trends. So yeah, this is not looking good. This is not looking good at all. Let's go over here, mark that one red and mark that one red. So of the Outlier 9, we already have 4 out of 5 that are bearish. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. Let's go to the stock itself. Okay, so we're going to look at the trend of Adobe. Looks like we have 10 over 20, price over 50. Is that still holding? Looks like it might have ended ADBE the last couple days. Still 10 over 20, price over 50. All right, so we'll give that trend on the stock itself a green light. The signal of Adobe is a sell signal right now, so that'll be red. The fear and greed of Adobe peaked on May 23rd right here, and it's getting less greedy, slightly more fearful. Peaked around 74, 75, now it's down to 71. So it's not getting a lot. It's not getting more greedy, and that's what we want. We want it getting more greedy. No, it's getting more fearful. Look at this. Price has gone sideways, yet people are losing the greed in this, okay? Losing the greed in the sector. So that's going to be red. And then lastly, outlier blocks. I did see an outlier block right on top of this right here. So this is going to act as resistance for Adobe. Now, can it push through this? Oh yeah, absolutely. It can, but it might struggle. It might struggle. Here's an example right here. Some resistance that was created. It tried, but it couldn't push through there, and it pushed even further down. Pushed even further down. So yeah, looking at Adobe right here, this is not one I would buy at all. How would you rank this? How would you rank this? Would you rank this Lambos or would you rank this food stamps? I want to know. Type it in the chat right now. Would you rank this Lambos or would you rank this food stamps? Right. So we have two of the 9. So 2 divided by 9 is 22%. Where does that put this? That puts Adobe in the strong sell category. This is food stamps all day. This is food stamps all day. Section 8. This is food stamps all day. Yeah, definitely not Lambos. Definitely not Lambos. We know better, Jonathan. Yeah, this is a food stamps for me. No freaking way would I be buying Adobe right here. Not a chance. But hey, you know what? I am just a random guy on the internet. Let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Christopher Ewell. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I was mentored by 5 of the market wizards, the best traders of all time. I've been successfully trading since 2009, and this is where outliers like us save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, let's go to Jeremy's next stock. Now, I took a couple minutes to talk through this, right? I took a couple minutes to help coach you through this so you would understand how to evaluate a stock at a pro level. All the tools are right there. Most of it's all on one. I mean, we went to 3 different screens, right? We went to the SPY screen, the Brett screen, and then the stock screen. The market won't change when we go to each one of these. The sector and stock will be on the same screen that we're going to look at right now. So between 2 screens, you can get everything you'd want to know about a stock and evaluate this at a pro level. So you can find out if it has all the momentum behind it or none. And this has none. This is awful. This is a stock. I would not even buy the stock with your money. That's how bad it is. But let's go to the next one here. Surely Jeremy's stocks won't all be strong sells. Surely they won't all be strong sells. Let's look at this one here. Oh, AMD. Now, we've looked at AMD a couple times recently, and it's not as bad as Adobe. It's not. But AMD is one of Jeremy's favorites. And I think this is the one. I think this is the one where he said he needed 5 months of dollar cost averaging to get back to break even. Because look at this stock. It's been just screaming down, and he needed 5 months. I believe this is the one to get back to break even. Ugh, no, thank you. But let's go take a look at AMD. Oh, AMD. All right, looking at AMD over here, and let's zoom in a little bit. Let's start with the sector for AMD. And you know what? This is the same tech sector, so we don't have to do anything. The market will be the same. The sector will be the same. Okay, that makes this easier. All right, let's go to the stock. The stock itself is trending higher. 10 over 20, price over 50, green overlay. We can see that. Still sitting on a buy signal. It went from around $96 to around $115 or so since that buy signal. Performance summary shows 228% returns following the outlier buy and sell signals, just the buy and sell signals, not even the outlier 9. So not too bad at all, I would say. Let's go over here. Okay. Now, fear and greed on AMD. Fear and greed on AMD is still increasing. It is still getting more greedy. Isn't that interesting? Still getting more greedy. And then any outlier blocks ahead of AMD? No, it's got some room. So would you look at that? This one is not so bad, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the outlier 9 that are bullish. 5 out of 9. That's still not great, but that gives you a 55% rating, which puts you in neutral, slightly neutral to weak by category. How would you rank this? Would you rank this Lambos or would you rank this food stamps? I want to know. I want to know. Would you rank this Lambos or food stamps? Dr. J says neutral food stamps. All right. Let's see. Hey, wait a minute. Somebody put this in the chat. Did somebody say Outlier University? Oh, wait a minute. What's Outlier University?
Are you ready? You ready? Let's go!
Respect is earned. Respect is never given.
So, Outlier University is our college level education that we are putting on YouTube for free. I'm teaching you everything that I know about trading, and I've been doing this for 15 years, 16 years at this point. I'm teaching you everything I know about trading and all the stuff that I did wrong so that you can be a successful trader. Now, there is no cost to this. There is no sign up for this. Every single bit of it is free on YouTube for you so you can be a better trader. All that I ask is that you share this with other people. You share this with someone else that needs Outlier University. That's it. That's it. So we go live Tuesday and Thursday afternoons in Outlier University. You're going to be there? I hope you are. All right, let's see. Everybody's saying food truck. Lambo kit car made from a Pontiac Fiero. How about a Pinto rating? Driving the Lambo, but using the food stamps. Okay, this is really fun. Lambo stamps. All right, because it's neutral. I like it. I like it. Honda Civic, a Toyota. I don't know, man. I think Toyotas are pretty great. I think Toyotas are pretty great. We have a Lexus, aka Toyota, and that thing is bulletproof. That thing is absolutely bulletproof. A Kia. There we go. Brian says a no buy. How would I rank this? How would I rank this? Lambo or food stamp? I'm sorry, I can't give it Lambo. No way. No way. No way. AMD's food stamps. AMD's food stamps for me all day. All right, let's go to the next one. Are you finding this fun? Are you liking this? Let me know in the chat if you like this. Right. I think it's a lot of fun to look at these stocks individually and give some a different perspective. Is this next one Nvidia? Okay, he's still talking about AMD. I thought he was comparing Nvidia versus AMD. Hold tight. Let's see what the next one is. Nope, it's Nvidia. Okay, let's do Nvidia. So he's 3 for 3 in the tech sector so far. I think he has stocks that he likes. NVDA. I think he has stocks that he likes. Corey says, I love the fact that you're going through the Outlier 9 with each of the stocks. That is wonderful. It helps us understand how to use the system. Oh, thanks, Corey. And also, here's the deal. I could come in here and I can blow smoke up your backside and tell you how great these stocks are. Oh my God, have used it. Here we go. Get my Chris voice of the day. In fact, let's use the megaphone. Let's do the megaphone. What are we going to say here? Okay.
Oh my God, have you guys seen AMD? I bought it 5 months ago and I'm just now to break even. I'm such a genius. Oh my God. Now, Nvidia. Right, it was like the one stock that only went up recently, like a couple years ago, and like it has to continue to go up, right? Oh my God! Right? If it went up in the past, it must always go up in the future, right? So we're gonna look at we're gonna look at Nvidia right now because it's Lambos all day, Lambos all day.
I don't know if that's a Jeremy voice. We'll just call it that voice. Okay, let's look at Nvidia here. All right. Zooming in on Nvidia, we're still in the tech sector, right? Still in the tech sector. So your analysis is done on the market. Your analysis is done on the sector. All we have to do is look at the stock trend itself. All we have to do is look at the stock itself. Now, little bit of signal noise here. A little bit of signal noise here does not give me a lot of assurances. Buy, sell, buy, sell. But we do have the 10/20 price over 50 with the green overlay. This buy signal was around 108. Sell signal came at 135. Performance summary shows only 1,372% following the outlier buy and sell signals only, not even the full Outlier 9. So that's pretty awesome. Trend is bullish. Signal, I think it's sitting on a current sell signal as of today. So let's mark this red. Let's go the fear and greed on Nvidia. Fear and greed peaked back on May 22nd and is waning. Fear and greed is going down. Peaked around 69. That's nice. Now it's 62 or 66, 62. So that's going down. And then I did see an outlier block. Yeah, there is an outlier block right here on Nvidia. Now, the further back these go, the stronger they are. This is an area that's really struggling to get through. And it started in February. Tried a couple weeks ago. Tried again. Still has not broken through this area. So that would be bearish to me. All right. Lambos or food stamps? How are we ranking Nvidia? Right? Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird? Because we objectively just ranked Nvidia as a strong sell. Nvidia is a strong sell. Okay? And we just objectively went through this step by step with no emotions, with no news or stupid what's this called? Fundamental valuations. Who cares about that? All we did was look and see what the price is telling us, what the data is telling us. And I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't buy Nvidia with your money. Gene says it's food stamps. Dr. J says it's food stamps. Cleveland Robinson the third. Oof, kind of feeling stuck. Bro science never again. Only outlier. Outstanding, dude. Yes, it sounds more like Cart. I love Cartman. Cartman's so funny to me. Your wife has to be wondering what kind of channel you're running with the Valley Girl voice. Okay, funny story. So my wife watches these live streams of basically girls selling clothes or women selling clothes, and they're all in Texas, and every single thing. And I make fun of her so hard, or I joke about this it's not making fun of her, but we joke about this all the time because these women come on and they're wearing the shirt and they're wearing this hat and they're wearing these sunglasses and they're like, y'all, this is so cute. Oh my God, look at this shirt. Is this not the cutest shirt you've ever seen, y'all? Oh my God, look at my jewelry. Isn't my jewelry so pretty, y'all? Oh my God, you gotta get this right now. Yeah, we joke about that a lot at our house, so it's all good. It's all good. Okay, so how we ranking this here? This is food stamps all day. Food stamps all day. Food stamps all day, Driz. Okay. And so we've done AMD. We've done Nvidia. Who else did we do? I forget. Adobe. Okay. So we have two like ultra food stamps. One, there's no way I'm giving it a Lambo. Slightly neutral to weak buy. I'm not giving that a Lambo. What is the last one here? The Cheesecake Factory. Okay. I remember the first time I saw Jeremy's video on the Cheesecake Factory. It actually had a lot of relative strength. Cake. That's it. It actually had a lot of relative strength. And I was like, you know what? This is actually a decent stock. So what's happened since then? Let's look at Cake. Let's look at Cake right now. Yes, it's QVC in Texas. That's exactly what it is. It's QVC in Texas on Facebook Lives. Precisely, Georgia. That's so funny. Okay. Looking at Cheesecake Factory, wait. It's in the discretionary sector. So we do need to update the sector right here. Okay. First one that's not in the tech sector. So the sector fear and greed, definitely not helping the situation here. Getting worse. The sector breadth, very crossed over downward right here. So even though we went from the tech sector to the discretionary sector, I believe, yeah. Went from the tech sector to the discretionary sector, it's still bearish. Nothing has changed here. Nothing's changed on the market. Let's go look at the stock. The trend, 10/20, price over 50, that's good. Has a buy signal back here. All right, signal returns show 55% following the outlier signals, just the buy and sell signals only. That's pretty good. All right, so trend is good. Signal is bullish. Fear and greed on It's, oh, look at this. Fear and greed is actually getting even more greedy on K. That's all right. It's up at 81 right now. Up at 81 right now. Now, I have some hesitation. For me personally, I like to see it when it's moving up, and I like to take a bit, I like to take a chunk out of it. But when it gets really greedy, that's when I get nervous. Let me see if I can show you a good example here. The further it gets in the greed scale, or the further it gets in the fear scale, the more likely it is to snap back. This is a great example right here. It got really, really greedy, went up from around $50 a share to around $55 a share. So, I mean, 10% move made it go from like 58 to 80 on the greed scale. And then what happened? It snapped back exactly like I say, right? And it shot down to around $44. So from 55 to $44. Now, I don't know if that will stick. I don't know if that's going to happen again. But the more it gets really greedy, or the more it gets really fearful, the more I look for a snapback. But I'm not going to predict anything, just looking at the data right here. Any outlier blocks that we can see on top of this? Let's go to cake. Oof. Oof. Sitting inside this order block right here, right? How many times does it try to push through this area? Once, twice. Now it's on its third try to push through here. I'm telling you, order blocks work as incredible support and resistance. And I don't know if it's going to be able to push through this area right here. So I would, if it were me, I would not be trading it just on that alone. Oh, actually, I need to leave that red, don't I? Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 9. 4 divided by 9. Oh, 4 divided by 9. No, stop it. 4. Oh, I hit the num lock. There we go. 4 divided by 9. 44%. That would put it here in the weak sell to neutral area. So where would you rank this? Lambos or food stamps? Weak sell, 44. Food stamps. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly where I'd be at too. Jeremy stamps. Hey Leo, what's up, dude? Okay. That's exactly where I'd put it too, is in food stamps. So of 3 of the 4 stocks, couldn't even break past halfway on the Outlier 9. 3 of the 4. Does that mean they will crash and burn and go down? No. But it does mean that there's no way I'm buying these stocks. Not a chance. Right? Think of it this way. The Outlier slingshot setup, 40% is due to the market. The market is 2/3 bearish. 30% of the setup is due to the breadth, or due to the sector, which is 100% bearish. And then the only thing that's left is the last 30%, and even that's not all completely bullish. Yikes, no way, no way. You know what, Theo? Exactly. It should go up. It should go up in June. Exactly. So for me, I would definitely rank this one another food stamps. So 3 out of 4 food stamps, 1 slightly not so food stampy, but certainly not in the Lambo category here. Let me know. Are you going to be buying these stocks? Let me know in the chat. Are you going to be buying these stocks? I certainly won't. But real quick, I do want to let you know that you can actually, yeah, David, you're right. Outlier's only 82 cents a day. That is a no-brainer for sure. In fact, Mikey Mike was even saying he's redoing his family budget. Groceries are his second highest monthly cost. If I keep Outlier, how much does that add to my daily budget? Well, Outlier is literally just 82 cents a day if you get the annual pass, or if you're on the monthly plan, you can upgrade with 1 click, and that'll allow you to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. Now, if that sounds good to you, head on over to outlier.com or click one of these 2 videos, and I'll see you soon.